Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Ready.
Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Love, they go play action now. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here in Vegas. Anders Carlson now for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry for the all-pro running back. It's Josh Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. This defense for the Packers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down. You look at this Packers defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man right side, Myers. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Raiders had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw there complete to Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Second down and 8. On play action, now Garoppolo. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Love. And complete once again to Watson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Let's go. Trouble, 38.
Love looking to throw it. Finds his receiver, Watson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here we go.
In motion left goes Myers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
65.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. That's to the rookie from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
21. 11. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. That is caught. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Packers defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Open man is Myers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 3 catches last week. He's got 3 in the first quarter here tonight. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Vegas. 49 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Jacobs. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Garoppolo, quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Raiders have got it back to within a score.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. John Jenkins breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Love. That's caught by the rookie, Jayden Reed. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First down created there by Jayden Reed, who adds a lot to the Packers receiver room. Even as a rookie, he's able to handle X, Y, Z, whatever position Green Bay puts him in. And boy, he can scrap for the best of defenders.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Going back to Love. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
A second down throw for Love. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Carlson's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here we go, here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Davante Adams, 53 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Carlson on for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now Love. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing. Love. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
He finds Watson. It's caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
Ready?
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Over the middle, complete. That's Watson. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are able to extend their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Once again, it's Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Here we go, here we go. Lock, lock, lock. 11, 11, 11, 11. 10.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
11, 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
I got this.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Here comes Reed. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
A gain of 4.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 6.
At the Raiders' 32-yard line.
To throw now. Here's Love. Throw caught by Musgrave. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 23 yards on the play.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To the air again, Love. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Check right. Set.
Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Raiders 14.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Anders Carlson, the kickoff for the Packers.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And the half will begin with a touchback.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
At the 47-yard line.
Play action. Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Set, ready.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Set.
He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Another catch for him. He's over the 250-yard mark now for the game, and he's got another first down. Love looking to throw it. That's complete to Dobbs. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal. At the
Now receiver in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal.
Ready.
Love. And it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Dobbs, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
The return is Reed. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Ready?
Love now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go.
2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Completes it again to Dobbs. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 51 yards.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Watch out now. 50.
From the 5, 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
14. Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Raiders 14. Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
The
here we go.
Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
21, 21. Here we go. Wait, hey.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. On 1st and 10, Love. That's taken in by Watson. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal.
Ready?
They'll give it to him again. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Ready.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Packers! Jaden Reed from a yard out. And the Packers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Anders Carlson, the kickoff for the Packers.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. Sheds off the tackle. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Go, take it to the house.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Now a play fake. Garoppolo under pressure, and they got to him again. Lucas Van Ness in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Set, ready.
Following the interception, Love. Out to the left here to Reed. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Ready.
First down, Love to pass. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So off goes Love. On is Carlson for the Packer field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone, pushing his way through.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
21.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Charles, are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, and a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go, here we go, here we
The
go.
Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's Garoppolo to throw. That one complete to Horsted. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Counter play with Jacobs. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And Devontae's going to have a Raiders first down as he'll get this up to midfield. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. See, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast because this game, well decided a long time ago.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just Complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.